YouTube, and welcome to another moto vlog coming at you live, as always, from Sterling, Virginia, in my warm and cozy condo. Today we are riding, like we have been a lot, Great Falls, and I have decided, as you probably can tell, to switch up the camera position quite a bit from my helmet to the back of the bike facing backwards. I think we're going to see hear a lot better sound with this, and of course I also switched the view up quite a bit. I kept it at 1080p, but I switched the FPS to 60 and I switched the view to super view. So we're gonna have a much different experience today, so stick around and let's go for a little bit of a ride. Let's see if we can have some fun. Of course, I've had a couple beers, I've had my Thanksgiving dinner, and I do actually kind of have a topic for today. Excuse me, and I'm so full it's hard to talk. But yeah, my topic for today is, what does it mean to be thankful? Not, to give thanks. That seems to be different, right? Not to be grateful, but to be thankful. It's a very difficult concept to me, and just because, of course, a holiday says we should be thankful doesn't mean we necessarily should be now, does it? Full of thanks. Yeah, I mean that's what the the word sounds like it means, and I'm certainly not about to pull up Google and try to type it in and come up with a real definition, because that's a bunch of crap. I'd rather just talk about what I think today means to me, and why I went for a ride like this with the camera pointed backwards, looking back. So the main thing to me, and I'll just come right out with it, like a thesis statement, is being thankful means not looking forward. Being thankful means either looking back and appreciating what you've had, or looking at the present more likely and appreciating what you have right now. Don't look at the future. Don't look at what you can achieve, or where you're going, or anything like that. Although that could be something to be thankful for, where you're going, sure. But that is just a tricky concept for me. I think the best thing to be, like I said, on a day like Thanksgiving, is just grateful. And I think grateful is the right word. I think it is to be grateful, not thankful for what you have. Thanksgiving, I don't know. I think words change. Words change to me. Words change to everyone else. I mean, so what am I talking about? I mean, look at these houses. If I were to own one of these giant houses that we've been seeing, I would have to be pretty grateful for that, right? Not, what is my neighbor doing? How can I make my house better than his? Or what do I have to do to one up my neighbor? But no, what do I have right now that I truly am grateful for? I have to admit, I have more things to be grateful for than I can count, I've got, these beautiful motorcycles that work great. I've got beautiful roads in my area that I'm enjoying, free of charge, except for my taxes, of course. Gas money, whatever. I've got, my health, which is great. I'm looking forward. Maybe I won't always have my health, but right now it's beautiful, perfect health, and I couldn't ask for more. I've got a great place to live, and of course, some of the most important things is I've just got beautiful friends who make my life so colorful and so amazing. And I wouldn't be half the man I was today without, the influences of those around me. So I feel blessed and lucky every day, eternally grateful for the influence that I've gotten from my many friends over the years. It almost seems like I could wrap the video up by just saying that, but oh man, look at that house. We're getting into these big houses back here now. Look at that plot they're clearing off there on the right. Ugh, ugly, but I'm sure beautiful house will be there eventually. And of course you have these older, smaller houses all mixed in, but I guarantee those old houses are worth a lot of money. Yeah. Gotta make sure you stop when there's cars about. I kinda like the super view when looking backwards. It makes me look like I'm going really fast, even though I'm going right now like I'm probably going like 40 miles an hour. It makes me look like I'm cooking. a little bit, you know? I like that. It's pretty cool. I have to admit, this was a pretty good ride. I'm not going to show a lot of it. It was about an hour total, and my video here is about 10 minutes and 20 seconds, so 1/6 of the ride. So as you can imagine, a lot of it was pretty straightforward. You know, just normal roads, boulevards, that kind of thing, straight roads. But a lot of it was, you know, stuff like this as well, and I didn't show all of it because I think you guys have seen enough. I just wanted to give kind of enough of a different perspective to show you guys, you know, what this is really like from what Great Falls really looks like from that really wide angle point of view, you know, without having the distraction of like looking at my speedo or looking at the road. Right now you can just focus on the edges, focus on the sides. Now I have to admit the fisheye effect is a little strange, but I kind of like it. I gotta admit, I kind of like it. It really enhances the sense of speed, and I think too many people might shy away from this. This is, right now, what we're looking at, just to nerd out completely, is the native quote-unquote output of the GoPro, right? This is what the GoPro, with its lens and everything, just the way it's set up, this is what it looks like natively. So we're not cropping, we're not correcting. So this should actually have the highest quote-unquote quality of any of the GoPro settings. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully that'll translate on the YouTube, because it does look quite good. I mean, despite the fisheye effect, it does look really good. So that was the first part. That was kind of up north in Great Falls there, kind of winding around some of the roads. Now, with that turn, we're headed back down towards the city. Great Falls. So now we're going to be looking at the sun a little bit here. So as you can see, right there on the right, I was going to go that way. The road was blocked due to a downed tree. So I'm turning around and I'm showing you the road I said was my favorite road not 2 weeks ago is now full of speed bumps. So I guess I wasn't the only one in the world who thought that this was a really cool road. So they decided that it's got to have some speed bumps. Ugh. That's just too bad, but there's really nothing we can do. I'd love to have it be, you know, this really fast-flowing road that it could be with some really tricky turns, but with all these speed bumps, it just kind of ruins the flow of the road. And even on an adventure bike where you can kind of just plow over them at 25, 30 miles an hour, no problem at all, it just, I don't know, it kind of just killed the road for me, because you know there's going to be a lot of traffic on it and stuff. But even still, I still had some fun. Right now, I'm doing this whole road standing up, because, hey, with all these speed bumps, you know, use your legs as an additional suspension, and it really, you know, improves it. And you just plow over these bumps with no problems whatsoever. And even though there are some tight turns, if you know how to ride, tight turns standing up is like the least of your concerns. Like right here, that's an easy turn standing up. And you can see me sticking to the left there, so that I can come in. Yeah, it's all right. Whatever, you know how it is. It's all backwards. You could certainly attack this road just to spite these people, but I don't feel like that would be right, you know. One other thing I wanted to talk about was when I was doing these roads, I was thinking, like, this is a lot like Clifton. Especially after a couple days ago where I got stuck behind a cop and it kind of, like, just bummed me out completely. This is, yeah, I mean, this is just what it is, so... Look at that house. Good God. You know, the funny thing is, like, you have all these really badass houses, but you wouldn't want to own, like, a supercar here, because you have to go over all these speed bumps. What a pain in the butt to get in and out of your own house. It would just kind of ruin the experience quite a bit, you know, to have a fancy spancy car in a neighborhood like this. But hey, look at me complaining about these millions of dollars worth of houses and properties here. So So finally, we're gonna have a little acceleration from second gear. I think second gear is actually the fastest way to 60. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some tests, but we'll find out. At least it's fastest for me. Anyways, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Have a great day, lighthearted vlog, and think about your riding.